Hey y'all, Flipper Fred here. Thanks so much for joining me today. We're going to take a look at the age-old question that I know we all ask ourselves each and every day. How many fake bug outs is too many? Am I right? I know we all deal with this dilemma on a regular basis and just can't quite make heads or tails of it. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that your buddy Fred has probably met that limit. But really the point of this video, I'm not even going to do the comparison, the usual, hey, look at the specs and how it compares to the original. There are a bajillion of those videos comparing the fakes to the real. And by the way, bajillion is a certified number. I'm pretty sure scientists have figured that out. But there's a ton of them out there. If you want to really do a side-by-side comparison between a fake and the real, then go watch one of those other videos. All I want to share with you today is that there's one really super simple way to know you've got a fake. And trust me, from a guy who knows fakes, this is the easiest way. So there's all kinds of videos that will put a real and a fake side by side and say, oh, well, look, the R symbol on that butterfly is just not quite like the real one, or maybe the S30V is not thick enough, or it's the wrong font, or it's not italics. Well, here's the problem, y'all. If you are buying a bug out and you need to know if it's fake, then you probably don't already own a real one. Otherwise, you bring your real one and you put it side by side, and there you go. There's the way you test it. So people who watch these videos are trying to figure out, is there one thing I can look at just to know for certain I have got a fake one? And the answer to that question is yes. It's simple, and it's a one-way street. Here's the tip. If you can put the T6 bit into that screw right there above the pocket clip, you are dealing with a fake. All right? This is a fake bug out, because no real bug out has that clip, that screw exposed. You would have to remove the pocket clip in order to get to that screw. So there's one simple way, without having to remember all these things, or what size is that font, is the writing too big, is the butterfly visible? Forget all that, y'all. That's impossible for somebody to try to remember if they're looking at a knife. First thing you look for is this screw accessible? Can I stick a bit in it? If you can, it is a fake. And so now, how do you remember that? You know, do I remember if I can get the bit in it, is it real or is it fake? I can't remember what that crazy dude on the YouTubes told me. Here's how I remember that. Benchmade makes your life difficult because they make you have to remove the clip in order to unscrew that screw right there. Benchmade makes my life difficult. That's how I remember. If it's easy to get it out, it can't be a Benchmade, because Benchmade makes my life difficult. But let me warn you, this is a one-way street. And what I mean by that is, just because you can't access that screw doesn't mean it's real. Let me give you example number 2. On this Ultim version, let me see if I can get that to focus in. It just really wants to look at those other knives. On this Ultim version, I cannot get my bit into that screw. Hopefully y'all can see that. It just, the pocket clip covers the screw. So does that mean this is a real knife? This is a real Benchmade? No, it does not. This is a fake Benchmade. It's a cool one. I like it. I enjoy having it in my collection, but it is fake. So it is a one-way street. Just because you cannot get the bit in there doesn't mean it is real. It only works that one way. If you can stick a bit in it, then Benchmade hasn't made my life difficult, and therefore this is not a Benchmade. It is a fake. And all these other ones you can see all have the same, situation. I can get my bit into all of them, even the minis, the smaller size ones. A little more difficult on the smaller size ones, but I can still get my bit into it. I could still unscrew that if I needed to, and that's what matters. So if you can get a bit in it, it is a fake, because Benchmade makes your life difficult. So I thought I'd share that as kind of a public service announcement from a guy who has obviously a probably too large collection of fake ones. This is my going to church knife, by the way, y'all. If you're a good Southern gentleman, you always must carry at least a pocket knife to church. And if you're going to carry one to church, you ought to carry one that's a little fancier than the other. So I'll kind of pass them off between the Mini and the Maxi, however you want to call those. Not a whole lot of difference. Not sure why people thought that little bit of difference in length was worth buying a whole second knife, or just that, that one was too long. Actually, I do know why. It was because of the 3-inch blade length. So this is a 3.2-inch blade. This comes in just a hair under, I think like 2.9 inches, 2.8 inches, and that makes it legal in all the other states that they couldn't sell a Benchmade bug out to. So that's why they did that. Anyhow, I'm going to stop with that. Just wanted to share that tip. If you can stick a bit in it, it must be a fake, because Benchmade makes my life difficult. And they did not make this one difficult, so this must not be a Benchmade. Y'all remember that next time you go look at a Benchmade. If you can get one in your hands, you don't even need a bit. You can just look at it and say, I can access that screw. Got to be a fake. Hopefully that helps y'all so you don't have to remember all kinds of other crazy things out there. If you would, please hit the subscribe button and notification bell down there. Throw your boy a thumbs up. If you think I did a good job, you can give me a thumbs down. Just let me know what I did wrong. Otherwise, I appreciate you very much, and I will see you guys on the next video. Take care.